Yes, guys, I believe that Bitcoin will have a massive move here over the weekend, and I'm gonna show you in which direction we are most likely going and how we will trade this. So if you want to make, again, a lot of money with me together here, then definitely make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, you like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these money-making videos. And now let me show you what I found here. So first of all, I want to start off with the funding rates today. And they are starting to get across the board really overheated. And you can see that here by these really bright red positive funding rate. So that means that shorts are getting paid for being the minority right now. So longs are paying for shorts. And yeah, the funding rate is just extremely high right now. So, but you have to understand the funding rate can stay really overheated for a long time in a bullish phase as we are in right now. So that can still go on for a couple of days or even up to 10 days, 2 weeks potentially, before we see here a major cool off. So we got the flush earlier. I'm gonna show it to you in a moment. But first, let me show you something else. One reason why I believe that we could get a really big move by tomorrow is that we potentially have a really big CME gap here again, but this time we are in a reverse position with last week's CME gap where we just kept pumping to the upside. Now, for now at least, the price action is beneath the Friday close of $45,255 on the CME chart. So what could happen here is that by Monday, Tuesday again, it can also of course happen immediately tomorrow at some point into the open of the CME, that we see that the price rallies here to the upside and that we have no CME gap and then it just keeps pumping and we get our blow off top. Or we stay around the prices that we are at right now. Could also be that we get back to like 44,500 and from there pump $1,000 to have no CME gap, or get a CME gap around $44,500 and then continue to the upside. Here comes the other scenario what could happen, and that is that price action will come up, fill this CME gap, and immediately turns down. We have to be really cautious here with that move. We can trade this move. I'm gonna show it to you to fill the CME gap up here, because I believe, because we are so bullish right now, we will come up and fill that gap. There's no doubt in my mind that we will come up and fill that gap, but from there onwards, we have to be really cautious because we could immediately turn around. Because, well, let me explain you why. The reason is, if we come up here and fill the CME gap, everybody and their grandmother will be super bullish and thinks that we will continue to go higher. So what would be the best case scenario to fuck everybody over? To just turn it around here and fill the underlying CME gap. That would screw everybody that would FOMO into that move here to the fill of the CME gap, with the expectation that we will continue to go higher. And I want you to be aware of that. Again, we can trade this, and I'm going to show it to you now how we can trade this. First of all, here on this 4-hourly chart, you see we had this small flush to the downside right now, which is absolutely fine. There's no problem with that. It's nothing that is concerning me as long as we are holding $43,700. If we lose that level, then I'm still not concerned. If we're losing here that kind of zone, let me draw it in here. If we lose here that kind of box, actually I want to make this a little bit smaller, this here. If we lose that box and the lower end is at $42,560, then I will get concerned. Because for now, this box is acting as the underlying support for us to hold up this uptrend. Lose that box or lose here this upward sloping trend line, which is basically here in the vicinity of the box. If we dip beneath it slightly, then I get concerned. So we have a bearish divergence still on the 4-hourly chart. We got a higher high in price, but the RSI still did not make a higher high compared to this one here. So here we should be still a little bit cautious. And also here on our parabolic curve, we are scratching on the edge of it to break the parabola. Volatility is trying to turn around here, but the volatility index here is bearish right now. So there is a little bit indecision right now, but it's also a Saturday, so there's not a lot of volatility in general on the weekend and liquidity in the market. So I'm not too bothered with that because it's the weekend. Then here on the daily chart, also here, as long as we are holding above $43,200 on the daily, I'm not concerned. That level should act also as support. If not, this upward sloping trend line at $42,000, lose that upward sloping trend line, and I will exit all my positions, because then we can expect a flush to potentially $37,000. Here now, I give you again an opportunity how you can trade the move to around $45,200. So how I would trade this right now. First of all, you have two potential entry levels now from the trade that I given you yesterday. So if you missed it to enter it, here's your second chance. Either you enter it when we are breaking $44,000 approximately, or you wait that price potentially pulls a little bit lower back and goes to 43,600. So let me actually make these two levels green. Either one is fine for me. Here on the 15 minutes, it looks like that we will continue to go a little bit lower, just because we have here like a waterfall drop. And normally we continue to drop a little bit lower. And that could give you the opportunity to long it here again at that support, because that is definitely support. Why? Because it was acting as support here, and before it was resistance. Here it was for a short, brief moment support. And here we basically broke that support where it turned into resistance. Here support, 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 support. So that's why that level is so important for us right now. So if the price action comes back down here, I'm gonna long it again. Because I had entered a position, as I told you guys yesterday, here at that level. And I traded it until, I was in it until, yeah, basically here. Until we lost that white line. That was my my stop loss. So it got hit, so I'm out of my position. Afterwards we flushed, so I was quite lucky to have there my stop loss for that position, but I'm ready to re-enter, and I'm gonna show you that I actually had that position here on this account. So here you can see it. I closed it with $3,500 in profit. It was a $250,000 position. Here you see 65% more or less. I was here almost with 50x longing it, and you can see also the entry. The entry was at 43,564, where I told you that I'm gonna long it, and I exited at the support level where I had my stop loss set. So, and these are the trades that you get here absolutely for free. You just need to do what I do, you know. So I'm completely transparent with you guys with my trades here. And don't forget, if you want to trade anywhere and you don't have yet an account to trade, open one on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 absolutely for free for using this specific link here, or on BitGet also $30,000 plus 20% on the initial deposit, plus that you can then the profits withdraw from the 20% that you get as extra bonus on your account. Or if you want to follow my personal trades and just copy trade me and get a $120,000 bonus, sign up on FAIRDESK. I just cooperated with them since a short period. So I would really appreciate if you go to FAIRDESK, sign up with my link here, and start copy trading me. I think I got stopped out of my trade. I have to check it. I'm not sure. Let me see. I had a trade open here. Oh no, my trade is still running. So yeah, so I'm not copy trading yet. I thought I would be here on copy trade, but I opened a normal position, and that was just to mess around, you know, to see how the platform works. And my capital is stuck in this trade, so I have to wait until this one plays out before I can open a new position here. So, but then you can copy trade me. But regardless, it's a nice platform to trade on. I'm happy so far with them. and I might continue to trade on FAIRDESK. The liquidation levels are telling me that we could go a little bit lower. And look at this here. Here's support at $43,000, and here are some over-leveraged 150x long positions that would get liquidated here if we go that low. The question is, will we take them out or not? We have also some degen positions above us, some short position, DX short positions, and we have here still these low leverage short positions that are most likely big in position size. So there is still, for me, the possibility that we first go up, like I said, tomorrow with the CME opening, and then come down and take out some of these long positions here. Also on the heat map, so we have touched the level that I was talking about yesterday. Remember, I told you the most likely scenario is that we go up, and that was exactly also what we saw happening here. So 200 million more or less, only here and that, around that price of $44,568 was taken out that morning in short liquidity. So now we have, of course, again some new shorts position that have built up here. So here's again insane amount still left of short liquidity. If I had to guess, I would say here's at least still 500,000 stacked in short liquidity above us, all the way to $46,500. But also beneath, again, there's also massive liquidity. But I don't believe that we need to go much lower before we see another attempt to create a new yearly high. Here on the weekly chart, as long as we are above here our prior resistance area, which is not cleared yet, we only clear it if we close the weekly candle as it is, which would be amazing. It would be the highest yearly close this year for Bitcoin, and that would be really, really amazing. And yeah, so it would be a 1.5, almost 2 years, almost 2 years highest close, weekly close for Bitcoin if we stay above $43,500 approximately. So, but I think we are going to get it, that weekly close, that we stay above it, potentially go even higher, touch here that level, and it looks to me more and more like that we're gonna reverse from around $48,000. I see so much FOMO right now that these people need to get punished that came late to the party. And that always happens. So I can imagine here a scenario like this, where we come up and then we come back down. So of course we will not drop as low as we did here. So we will come down most likely here, bounce back up, and continue into the ETF decision in January. So that is what I believe is going to happen here. Then the Bitcoin dominance continues to drop, exactly as I pointed it out yesterday to you guys. I expected to continue to drop here. I'm gonna show you again later in a moment another chart why I believe that this will continue. We got a small bounce here from the 53.3% level, but that will not hold in my opinion. We could see by the next 3 days, we're gonna see a continuation here to the downside under 53% in my opinion. The USDT dominance also keeps dropping. I want to remind you guys, I told you that we most likely get a retest of here that support level, which is now resistance, and we got that, and we continue to go here lower. I believe that we will keep going lower to potentially 5.25%, kind of like that, before I expect a major bounce in the USDT dominance. The total market cap is also still in about to break out that resistance area that we have and get into the altcoin season zone, which is basically just above where we are at right now. So we only need we need $300 billion more in total market cap, including Bitcoin, to break into altcoin season territory, to be completely in altcoin season territory. If you look at total 2, we are already in it, but I wait here on total to get also into that area. So we're really close, and 300 billion is not a lot of money when you look at the whole crypto market overall, because we have 1.6 Oh, sorry, it's just 30 billion. So 30 billion is really nothing. So we have already 1.6, so 30 billion is a drop in the bucket for that moment in time right now. So then when we have a look at Ethereum, Ethereum is forming here in ascending triangle. I also got stopped out of my position that I had on Ethereum. I'm looking at longing it again above $2,390 approximately, because then we have also cleared completely this range here of the VPVR. We are, of course, right now fighting here with the longest bar in that price area at $2,360. If we can reclaim it with a 4-hourly close, then I believe that we are actually going to see that breakout. And that will give us a conservative target of at least $2,455. So it's not a crazy move. That is like a 3% move or something. Yeah, almost a 3% move. So, but if you trade this with 20x leverage, it's 60%, you know. So I will take that trade with super high leverage, but with a tight stop loss when I take it. So my stop loss will be just here, $2,372. So it's like a $15 stop loss. It's not even 1%, it's like 0.8%, 20x leverage. It's like 16% that I'm risking against 60% that I can make here on the way to the upside. The last chart that I want to show you is here again, the Ethereum against Bitcoin chart. And we still need to keep watching that, because once we are breaking out here above that downward sloping trend line, that resistance line, Ethereum will start outperforming also in dollar terms Bitcoin. And that's what I'm waiting for. And that will also coincide with the breakout in the total market cap to get in altcoin season territory. That's what I'm watching, and you should be also watching this right now. Guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and that you are actually making money here. Let me know in the comments if you actually took the trade yesterday, and let me know tomorrow or after tomorrow in the comments if you also took the one that I just pointed out to you guys. Guys, I will see you tomorrow again. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and see you then.